Dumpling Days, Chapter 25. Dumplings at Taipei 101. McDonald's Rice Burger. Interesting. The first 5 floors of the building are a mall, Dad said. In the basement is the food court. Let's go there, I said. I'm hungry. Back in New Hartford, at the Sangertown Square Mall, there was a food court with about a dozen fast food restaurants. It was kind of dark with brown plastic tables and chairs and fake plants and flowers arranged that looked kind of dusty. I was expecting the food court here, especially since Dad said it was in the basement, to look the same. But it didn't at all. The food court was shiny and white, the floor so clean that it sparkled. And there was so much food. There was a bakery with cakes of bread wrapped in plastic and frosted pink donuts that looked like baby rattles. There were restaurants with glass cases displaying plates of shiny plastic food and others that had huge mountains of fried rice and noodles on the counters. One restaurant had pale chickens hanging in its case, their heads still on. I had seen that in Chinatown, but never in a mall. And the best thing, lots of places had Chinese and English. I could read almost everything. Premier Beef Noodle had noodles with clear soup and soy soup. Sergeant Chicken Rice had chicken rice bowls and chicken liver. Yuck. That was also when I noticed there was all kinds of foods at the food court. There was a French pastry place, an Indian place. There was an Italian place called Benito. Cool, masks. And a Japanese restaurant called Karen. There were so many places, I didn't know what to choose until Kiki shouted, "Look, McDonald's!" Lissy and I rushed over to where Kiki was pointing. There really was a McDonald's. There was a big glowing yellow M, just like the McDonald's we had at home. Suddenly, I missed New Hartford. I missed our white house with green shutters, the big green lawn and trees. I missed talking to Melody on the phone, my friends in my class, the orange brick library, and even my box-shaped school. Seeing McDonald's here was like seeing something from home. It made me excited, like finding a lost shoe. Simile. Let's eat here. There, I said. Really? You want McDonald's? Yes, Lissy, Kiki, and I said in unison, or all at once. Okay, Dad shrugged. Mei Dang Lao. Mei Dang Lao? I asked. Is that what they call McDonald's here? Yes, Dad nodded and laughed. When there are Western words that there are no Chinese words for, they just put together Chinese words that sound like English. Really? What else? Dad thought hard. Like hamburger, we pronounce henbao. And chocolate, Mom said, is pronounced like chocolate. We laughed. It was funny how it sounded the same, but different. I wished all Chinese words were like that. It would have been a lot easier for me to learn Chinese that way. Well, not only was McDonald's not exactly the same in Taiwan, but it also didn't look the same either. McDonald's was a lot cleaner and brighter with white floors and walls and wooden tables. It wasn't anything like the plastic red and yellow tables that we had in New Hartford. And the food was different too. As we stood in line and looked at the glowing menu overhead, I was confused. Only some words were in English, like extra value meal, but the rest were in Chinese. There was photos of food, but some of the pictures I had never seen in a McDonald's before. On a banner, there was a photo of round fried balls next to a bowl of corn soup. Corn soup at McDonald's? Also, in some of the photos, there were fried chicken and weird looking hamburgers with buns that looked like thick sesame sprinkled rice crackers. What are those? I asked, pointing. Mom looked at the photos. Rice burgers, she said. Do you want one? I shook my head. I want chicken nuggets, I said. Kiki and I got the chicken nuggets and Lissy got fried chicken. Mom ordered for us. We had gotten used to Mom and Dad doing all the ordering and talking, but I never really got used to the question and looks the clerks gave us when Mom spoke to us in English. It comes with a side order, Mom said. Of French fries or corn? Which do you want? Corn, I asked, and noticed another customer order to our side. There was a small cup of corn kernels on his tray. Weird. French fries, I said. Lissy and Kiki ordered the same. Mom and Dad got the rice burgers and a bowl of corn soup each. The rice burger came in a green cardboard container, kind of the same as how the large order of fries was packaged back home, except with a lid. It was strange to see the yellow M logo with Chinese writing. Dad lifted the lid of his container, took out his rice burger and unwrapped it from the wax paper so we could see it. The bun wasn't a rice cake or a rice cracker like I had thought it would be. It was rice tightly packed and toasted to make a bun shape. Instead of a meat patty with pickles, there was pork with slices of lettuce. Want to try? Dad said, offering it to us. I hesitated, but Lissy took a big bite. She chewed softly. She said. Is it good? I asked. It's not bad, she said slowly. But it's not a hamburger. Well, I had to try it then. I took a bite, and the rice bun crumbled and began to fall apart. But it was moist and soft, and the pork was covered with sweet sauce. It tasted like a Chinese pork dish Mom made at home, but it was shaped like a hamburger. I think you're supposed to eat it with the paper wrapper around it, Mom said, so the rice doesn't make such a mess. But I had enough of bizarre McDonald's food. I wanted the real stuff. I dipped my nuggets in honey and chewed. Ah, just like home. What's for dessert? I asked as we finished. Let's look around. Dad said as he threw out our tray. You know, this is the first meal we've had that Pacey hasn't eaten dumplings. That wasn't exactly true, but it was the first time we had eaten that I hadn't thought about dumplings. I frowned. I felt like I was losing some kind of bet. Dad stopped us in front of a display case of hundreds of pretty round balls dusted with sugar, like little snowballs. Some were pale pink, others soft gray green, and there were even light yellow ones, the color of buttercups. Are they chocolate? Lissy asked. Chocolate truffles. No, Dad said. Mochi. We'll get some of these. You should try it. I took one of the pale pink ones, the same color as the peonies Mom grew at home. Ooh, first time with mochi. Awesome. The fine sugar dust sprinkled down my shirt as I bit into it. The mochi had a smooth skin, soft and chewy. A strawberry flavored, creamy filled oozed into my mouth with a smell even sweeter than the taste. The whole thing blended together and seemed to melt in my mouth. It was delicious. Like it? Dad asked us. We nodded and reached for more. You know what mochi is? I asked. What? Dad said. It's dessert dumplings, I said. Oh, is it? Dad said, laughing. Does that mean you have eaten dumplings every day since you've been in Taiwan? Almost, I said and grinned.